I used to fill the space with sound, scared of silence all around. I thought that being on my own meant something heavy, cold, unknown. I kept the lights and voices loud, afraid to face the quiet crowd of thoughts I hadn't made my friend, of wounds I didn't want to mend. But I feel safe when it's just me, no one else I need to be. No need to shrink, no need to show, just letting all the stillness grow. I sit with thoughts I used to flee, and now they sit in peace with me. It's not lonely, it's not empty. I feel safe when it's just me. I make my tea, I hum a song, I take my time, I take it wrong, and laugh because there's space to miss, and no one here to question this. The quiet doesn't ask for more, it doesn't knock, it holds the door. And now I know, through every ache, alone was never a mistake. I feel safe when it's just me, in slow routines and honesty. No need to earn, no need to chase, just soft returning to my place. I found the home inside my chest, the kind that lets my spirit rest. No spotlight, crowd, or company. I feel safe when it's just me. I feel safe when it's just me, in slow routines and honesty. No need to earn, no need to chase, just soft returning to my place. I found the home inside my chest, the kind that lets my spirit rest. No spotlight, crowd, or company. I feel safe when it's just me. She didn't cry in crowded rooms, she hid her pain like fresh perfume. She laughed so no one saw the weight of nights she stayed up wide awake. She didn't ask for hands to hold, she stitched her wound, stayed brave and bold. She kept her world from falling through, and no one ever really knew. She kept me alive when I didn't know how. She stood so still when I couldn't allow. she made it out alive. I grieve her now. She kept me alive. She smiled when she was breaking down. She showed up every time I drowned. She said I'm fine and meant I'm lost. She paid the peace, she paid the cost. But now I see her in the light, the tired girl who fought each night. She's not the one I need today, but I won't let her fade away. She kept me alive when no one stayed. She made sure love still found a way. I'm who I am because she stood when no one else around me could. And now I rise, I breathe, I thrive because she stayed. She kept me alive. She kept me alive. I didn't tell the world I broke, didn't need the echo when I spoke. I held my pain like folded clothes, tucked away where no one knows. No spotlight on my quiet days, no updates on the mess I faced. I let the hurt pass through like rain and wash the corners of my shame. I healed in private, no big reveal, no post to say how bad it feels. I stitch my soul in quiet rooms, lit candles in my own cocoon. No cheering crowd, no grand rewrite, just breathe by breath. I found my light, and though the world stayed loud and silent, I healed in private. I learned to eat, to sleep, to stay, without the need to explain away that sometimes strong looks like the floor with no one knocking at your door. Some wounds don't want a lens to zoom, some hearts bloom best in quiet rooms, and I'm still here, more soft than loud. Ooh. But every step has made me proud. I healed in private, not for show. private, not for show, not so the world would ever know. But just because I had to breathe and save the smallest parts of me, I grew from grief into my name. And I don't feel the need to frame the quiet war that made me vibrant. I healed in private. We never said the words out loud, but I still felt you in the crowd. You looked at me like something known, but left before it could be grown. No promises, no midnight calls, but still I braced for every fall. Like maybe love was in the room, but no one dared to lift the bloom. It wasn't love, but it was almost close enough for me to notice, far enough to never stay. Still I think of you some days. It didn't break, it didn't bloom, but something whispered in that room. No flames, no vows, no final post. It wasn't love, but it was almost toast. I replay smiles that never claimed the space to grow beyond a name. We tiptoed close, then turned away, afraid of what we couldn't say. And maybe that was for the best. Some stories aren't meant to rest inside forever's written line, but still I'm glad you touched mine. It wasn't love, but it was real, a quiet something I still feel. Not quite enough to call it mine, but more than just a passing time. I won't regret the near, the slight, the way you held my heart in light. It never bloomed, but still it glows. It wasn't love, but it was close. They told me strength was quiet hands, no shaking voice, no shifting plans. They told me tears were something weak, and kindness meant I couldn't speak. But I still cried when I was moved, still stayed